practice, we are going to take some time to explore the idea of what fuels your soul. What is it that makes your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, all of these different layers of your existence, what makes that feel full, happy, like you are listening to and living your life's purpose? We'll also take some time to maybe explore the stories, the ideas, the constructs that get in the way of your ability to do that, living your heart's, your mind, your soul's purpose freely and fully. So if these seem like big questions and things that you are not really ready to explore today, you have no idea what the answers to those questions are, that's okay. Just be where you are. Whatever shows up, whatever feels right, look into that area. And if none of it feels like something you want to look at today, then just do the practice. And whatever you need will come to you, and you'll find it today in this short, medium-ish video. So give yourself some time to get settled and get comfortable. You can pause this if you need to. Find a way to have your shoulders over your hips so that your spine can be nice and long. And you can do this in a reclined position, in a seated position, whatever feels good and right for you. You can have some support underneath your hips, maybe something under your head or your heart. So I'll give you a moment to get that set up. All right. In your comfortable position, let your eyes close if it feels safe and appropriate. Let your body soften, softening through the face, the eyes, the jaw. Feeling support underneath you. Whatever is touching support, notice what that is. Your feet, your ankles, your sit bones. And then as you breathe in, letting the belly get full, settle down more with the exhale. But keep the length through your spine. Take a couple of moments here to notice your natural breath, letting it come and go just as it would be, without any instruction. See if you can observe the breath without impacting or influencing it too much. And then with our comfortable bodies, supported bodies, we're going to work on changing our breath so that we inhale for 4 counts, hold that breath full for 2 counts, and slowly exhale it for 6 counts. Then we'll hold that breath empty for 2 and repeat that cycle, inhaling for 4, expanding, holding full, exhaling, drawing everything back in, holding empty. If you like, you can put your hands on your belly, maybe on your heart, so that you can feel the belly get big and so that you can keep the heart from lifting up too much when you inhale. All right, so 1 breath cycle just to clear it out. And then let's begin. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. 1, 2. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. hold, empty. 1, 2. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. 2. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold empty. 1, 2. Inhaling belly, side ribs, chest expanding. Hold. Exhale, chest, side ribs, belly, drawing in, holding, empty. Keep breathing like this on your own count. Noticing first how you feel right now in this moment as you focus on the breath. And maybe, if you're not already there, placing a hand on the heart and on the belly. These places that connect us to who we are and how we connect to each other. Staying comfortable and letting the breath be smooth. What is it that fills your soul? What is your heart's calling? What is your purpose? You may have several ideas, lots of ideas, or no idea. There's no right or wrong here. There's just, in this moment, what shows up for you when these questions arise. Maybe pick one idea. Settle on that. If you're not sure, pick one and try it out. Keep breathing into this idea. When you are living fully, loving freely, filling your heart's calling, what are you doing? Who is there with you? Is there an overall feeling, a sensation, a noticing, an awareness? Just take a couple of breaths, breathing into this idea. Maybe there is a place in this world. Maybe it's a specific role. Maybe a different question to ask is, how do you serve? What problem are you solving? And if this gets overwhelming, come back to your breath. You don't need to commit to this idea. It's just seeing how this idea feels. Is there something that you would like to dedicate this practice to regarding your purpose? So we're going to use our breath as a tool through this practice. Our inhales will breathe us into this space. As we breathe in, our belly expands, side ribs widen, broaden, chest broadens. And we are in our physical bodies making space for this idea, this concept, purpose, passion, what fills you. Breathe in and fill up into all of these spaces that you make. And as we do things like reaching our arms out, we are taking up space, this space that we can live and create our purpose from. And as we exhale, we're going to use that as an opportunity to release the ideas, the constructs, the stories that are getting in our way, that are limiting us, these limited beliefs, these ideas that were either given to us or self-created stories. So we're going to come back to our breath, and as we breathe in, we'll think about what it is that we want to create to fulfill our purpose. And as we exhale, we're going to notice anything that gets in our way. Big questions, I know. Wherever you are is perfect to explore today. So breathing into this space, expanding, creating physical and emotional space. Exhaling, letting go. What gets in the way? Is there someone who's told you you can't do what it is that you want to do? Do you have a limiting belief? You don't know enough. You're not ready. It's too hard. It's not possible. It takes too much time, too much money. What are the stories? What's not working for you? Let it go. Send it back out with your exhale. And when you do that, your next inhale is bigger, takes up more space, creates more space inside the body, the breath, and the mind. And breathing out helps us let go of things. If it helps, you can even shake that story, that energy off. If you're not sure what is getting in the way, if you just let the idea settle, and the idea of breathing out, getting rid of something, you might just subconsciously get rid of it and not even ever identify what it was that you needed to release. So stay here just with the breath, or if you're ready to bring in some movements to this, we'll bring our hands up in front of us, fingertips touching. And as we breathe in, we'll open, making the space. And as we breathe out, we'll bring the arms back together. And you can stop here, or you can release them down if that feels good to you. Breathing in, arms together, opening. Breathing out slowly, letting go. Breathing in, arms parallel to the floor, open, receiving, making space for your passion, for your calling. Exhaling, arms together, releasing. And even if you don't know what it is you're going for here, it just feels good, making space, breathing in. Exhaling, releasing, letting go. You can try to sigh it out of your mouth if you want to, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling, maybe sighing it out. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in. Exhaling, letting go. Last one, breathing in. Making space, exhaling, letting go, making even more space. Let's bring the fingertips down to the ground. So the thumb and ring and pinky fingers are touching, and the middle and pointer fingers are extended long on both hands. And we'll let these extended fingers touch the ground, coming into Bu Mudra. And just the little fingers, just the 2 fingers touching on each hand can help us remember to sit up straight. So if you're not sitting, you might want to come up to sitting. And we'll let one hand touch and the other hand reach up, breathing in. Maybe looking under the arm. Maybe coming over. It's up to you. Wherever you are is fine. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling. Now we're making space in the side body as we do this, looking under the arm. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, space in the side body. Exhale, down. Inhaling up. Feeling that nice lengthening here. down. This time we're going to bring it up, but we'll bring it down a little bit differently. Reaching up high here, keeping the other arm extended. And then we'll look towards the other side. And we'll take these fingers and we're going to like cut through the fabric of the universe here. Right out in front of you. Inhaling, reaching up. Looking over the shoulder and out in front of us. Going down. I like to make this motion useful in some way, either painting a color in my mind or getting rid of something, however you want to do it. Come back to the other side. Play with it a little bit. Maybe your hands come out, your fingers are spread wide. One more on each side, just so you can really play around here. You can add some sound effects. Last one. And land. Reach up really, really high. Interlace the fingers so that the palms press up towards the sky. And see what you can do here with some mobility side to side. And even front to back, tucking the chin, drawing the belly in. And then the opposite, pressing the heart forward, looking up. And then bring the hands right straight down through the heart center. Pause here. Tuck the chin in a little bit and slightly bow the head. Just feeling the energy going down through the spine. Coming back to your purpose, your calling, your passion. What fills your soul? Maybe you have new ideas or more of a focus on an original idea. It's all okay. Just noticing what you notice in the body, in the thoughts, in the breath, and in your heart and soul, what shows up. Noticing without judging. Beautiful. We'll let the hands release and come on to our hands and knees into a tabletop position. You can slide your blankets and pillows out of the way. Very good. Spread your fingers wide so they're underneath your shoulders and keep your knees under your hips. Toes can be tucked or flat, your choice. We're going to move through our spine, the main energetic column in our body, dropping the bellies down low, chest presses forward, chin lifts as possible into our cow pose. And then reverse, tuck the chin, belly to spine, trying to find some roundness here in your thoracic spine, into cat. So here we will inhale back to cow, breathing in, because the belly has space to be big, side ribs are big and wide. And reverse, exhale, chin to chest, belly to spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, tuck. And hold this for a moment with that roundness, the shoulder blades going to the outside edges of the mat. Making a little bit of circular motion here, tiny circles in one direction. Keeping the belly drawn towards the spine, really pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. And then take that bigger circle and go the opposite direction, taking it back into the smaller circles. Nice. And come back to neutral. So the ribs are hugging in just a little bit so your spine can be flat. Not down, not up, just a neutral tabletop position. And then the neck is in line with the spine. It's not too low, not looking up, in line with the spine. See if you can wag your tail a little bit here getting some lower body movement. Seeing how that feels. And then just kind of freestyling here. What feels good? What's the kind of movement that your body, mind, heart, and soul would like right now? Maybe something in the neck, arms, belly. There's no right or wrong here. Your toes can come up, your hands can come up. Where are you limiting yourself? Remove those limits, just like we're trying to remove them from our purpose. Maybe the fingers turn backwards. Little stretch of the wrists. Maybe wiggle the toes. Pretend you are a kid without limitations and you just do what feels good. In fact, let's channel our inner child. Stick your toes together, knees apart, hips back, coming into child's pose. You can have your arms extended out long, or you can tense your fingers and make it more active. So this is active, and this is more passive and grounded, coming down. So taking a moment in your child's pose to notice what feels good. Does the stillness and the close to the ground feel good? Do you want to move? Can you feel your breath as you are in child's pose, feeling the belly pressing into the legs and feeling the side ribs pressing out into the legs? What is your purpose? What fills your soul? What stories and limited beliefs can you release? Coming back into a tabletop. You can stay here or extend your legs out long, coming into plank. And let's push through the heels and then back forward a little bit. Our fingers are wide. We're lifting up so everything's not dumping into our wrists, not dumping down here like this, but up into the back. Nice job. We're going to meet in downward facing dog, but if you'd like to, you can take a little chaturanga, squeezing the elbows in, lowering down slow. Inhaling up, cobra, elbows in tight. Exhale down and make your way into downward dog. You can use your knees and press back, or you can press straight up from plank all the way back. Let yourself have some bend in your knees, walking your dog, bending one knee at a time. And then finding a really nice bend so that you can press your chest back towards your thighs. Hug the low ribs in so that your back's not dipping down too much. And let the neck relax. Your gaze down by your toes. Soft. Breathing. And then straightening what you can, what feels good. We'll take the right leg, lift the leg, bend the knee, round the back, bring the foot forward and through. Back heel spins down, we'll press up into warrior one. Trying to pull the left hip forward and the right hip crease back. Tailbone tucked under so we can engage the core. Shoulders go with the wrist. Try to push the back pinky toe down if you can. Bend in the front knee with the knee pressing out towards the right side a little bit so you can see the big toe. Arms are up, shoulders are down and back and engaged, kind of like you're holding something up here. That's a lot. If that's too much for you, do what feels right and be aware of what doesn't. Breathing here into this warrior one. Tuning into your purpose, what fills your soul. And all the things that don't fill our soul, we are going to get rid of right now. Transforming from warrior one to warrior two, we're going to draw our hands down the center line, turn our bodies, And as we extend and expand these hands out into warrior two, we are going to imagine ourselves pushing away all the stuff that doesn't fit, that doesn't work. So from your heart center, breath in, and on the exhale, pushing it all out. And if that wasn't enough for you and you have some more stuff to push out, let the hands come down, back up through the center, breath in, and release. You can do that a couple times here. Maybe one more. That leg might be burning and talking to you, but this gives your mind something else to do. Let the back hand drop down, keeping the bend in the front knee. Reach the right arm up, looking over, and now we're going to sweep away anything that we don't need. Taking this right arm down and around. Maybe you go the other direction. Still pressing into that right leg. Arms out to the side. Bring them across the body. We'll do the same thing, just making some sideways movements. The left hand comes down, right arm up. Go the opposite direction. Playing around here, side to side. Making your protective bubble, if you like, and anything that shows up that you don't want, find a way to just push it out. Push it away. I don't know about you, but my front leg is really ready to get out of this. So we'll start to bring our hands down to the ground, framing the foot. Let the back heel come up. Keep the left hand down, and we'll make a nice little twist, taking the right hand from the ground, bringing it up. And if that doesn't feel good, you can keep your hand on your thigh and just twist with the arm on the leg. Bring the hand back down. Let the knee come down. Straighten that front leg. You can put your hands on blocks here or hang on to the wall. Thanking that front right leg for holding us up through that long release. Come back up a little bit so that we can take the right leg back. We find ourselves back into a tabletop, or you can come up into plank. Lowering down, breath in, exhale, lowers down. Inhaling up for cobra, pressing the feet down. Exhale down. Let's take one more cobra. If you're in tabletop, you can do the cat bow, which is like this, right? So if you're in plank, lowering down, another cobra. Exhale, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Moving slowly with purpose. Finding your down dog, you can play in it for a moment, bending the knees, twisting the hips, doing whatever feels good here. But then finding stillness, remembering what fills your soul. Use your breath, fill it now. Expanding, exhaling. Next inhale, the left leg comes up. Round through the spine, place the foot between the hands. Back heel spins down, pressing into the feet, using the grounding energy to help you lift the arms. So here's our little check-in. Right pinky toe is down as best as it can be as you start to twist the hips forward. So the left hip creases forward, right hip creases forward. The more forward you bring the hips, the harder it is to keep the pinky toe on the ground. So find what feels appropriate for you, what is challenging you. If it doesn't hurt, pinch, burn, nothing like that. Let the shoulders come forward as well. Press into the front leg. The left knee comes out to the side so you can see that big toe on the ground. Arms come up with the shoulders down and back. Belly is in and strong. Warrior one. A really solid grounding pose. Can you be here in your body and in your mind, thinking about what it is? What have you been called here to do? What is your purpose? What feels good? And then the hands will come down through the center and we'll make the twist into warrior two. Same thing, I just switched sides so you could see me instead of me talking to the wall. We're going to, when you're ready, using your hands to press away any thoughts that don't serve you. And as we are imagining this, we're also physically opening up through the heart. You may even lift up a little bit here. There is no separation between our body and our mind as far as our thoughts and our feelings and our energy goes. Whatever is here, you can send it out. If you don't want it, you can send it away. If it's good, you can send it out to share. Is there something heavy you need to let go of? Take the breath up and send it out. If it's good thoughts, some love, some kindness that you want to share, maybe you can let your hands be more of like an upward lifting motion. There's no right or wrong. Give yourself permission to play and experiment, but keep pressing your feet into the ground. So we're working and we're playing. Let the back arm come down, front arm reaches up and over. And then again, whooshing away anything you don't want. Play around here, getting some movement into our arms. If you've been sitting at your keyboard all day, making phone calls, getting some directional movement in ways that you don't normally move. And then we'll come to the sides. Keep pressing in. We're almost done here. What do you want to do in this direction here? What are you lifting, releasing? You could be taking something from the ground and bringing it up, or you could take something from the heavens and bring it back down into your body. Making some space here through the torso. You can even put your hands on your shoulders if the wall is close. Giving yourself permission to play. And then reaching your hands up, coming down, framing the foot. Keeping the back leg engaged, right hand on the floor, lifting the left arm for the twist. You can keep your hand on your hip to help you really focus that twist on the torso. You can play here. Whatever feels good. Ready, bring the hand back down. Drop the right knee. Press the hips back. Bending down as far as it feels good. Use the wall, hands on your hips. But the idea is that we are pressing the hips back with the front foot flexed, feeling the back leg here. Nice. Come forward. We'll slide the leg back. One last chance for a chaturanga or cat bow. So either in plank or tabletop. If you are in tabletop, bending the elbows, keeping them in tight. Your toes can be up or down, lowering down as far or as slow as it feels good. You can also try one in cat tabletop and the other in plank. Just playing with what feels good. And when you're ready, we'll come onto our seats. Extend the legs out long, feet flexed. Inhaling, reaching your arms up, finding a straight back, an engaged core, and folding as far as you can. It might be here before you start to really try to round. Keeping the feet flexed and the back straight and the core engaged helps us get into the back of our hamstrings and our low back. This is gentle. This isn't a push. This isn't a race to get further than you need to be today. Each breath in, you make some more space. Each breath out, you release. And you might go just a millimeter further. And then we'll come on up. Bend the right knee. Bring the foot in as close as you can. We're going to hug this here. Take the left arm to the knee. Maybe it's the hand, maybe the elbows on the shin. Either way, we're going to sit up a really tall breath in. The belly runs into the leg. On the breath out, we'll make the twist to the right. And release. Let the knee drop down to the ground. So we're in this little figure 4 shape. Foot still flexed. Breathing in again, reaching up if that feels good, and folding down. Try to keep the knee down as far as it can go. Keep the left toes pointed towards the ceiling. And stay here for a couple of breaths. And notice when you exhale, if you think about something that you need to let go, can you let that go when you breathe out? And can you also find a little more space to stretch into when you let go of those mental, emotional thoughts? And if what I'm saying makes no sense, then just enjoy this pose. And if you watch this video again, it sometime might make some more sense. Coming back up, taking a breath, extending the right leg out, and we'll try this on the other side. The left leg comes in, bringing the foot in as close as you can, and taking the right arm, wrapping around in whatever way feels good for you. A breath in lets us get tall through the spine. Don't forget to point those toes on the right leg up. And a breath out lets us twist towards the left. Every day we show up on our mats, we show up a little bit differently. So every time you do this practice, something different can happen. You might have a different idea of how to fulfill your soul, your heart. You might notice different limitations or patterns or beliefs and ideas that you need to let go of. Release back to center. Let the knee drop down. Readjust the hips if you need to. Remind your right toes to keep pointing up towards the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall. Breath in and breath out. Releasing down wherever you are. You might be up here or you might be flat as a pancake. One way is not better than the other. What is appropriate is honoring your body where it is today. And once you've honored your body, then check in with your mind. Hey mind, is there something I can let go of? The story maybe of I'm not ready or I'm not good enough for that? What if we made that I am enough? And we breathe into that. And when you exhale, oh look, maybe there's some more space and you can go down a little bit further. But more importantly, there's more space in your mind. And when you're ready, gently, slowly walk yourself up. Bring the feet together, the soles of the feet together. Your knees may be up kind of high, that's okay. See where they are. Sometimes I have to adjust my pant legs because they get in the way. So do what you need to do. Let the soles of the feet touch if you can. Grab the big toes and maybe open the toes like a book so the pinky toes are touching and you pull the other feet away. Maybe a little foot massage here. Feels really nice to press onto the big toe. Maybe rolling your fingers in the arch of the foot. Then come up as tall as you can get. Breath in. Slowly exhale, folding forward. Maybe letting the chin bow, tuck in a little bit. Breathing in. What is it that fills your soul? Maybe it's something you're really good at doing and you don't get to do it a lot, like drawing or painting, crafting, cooking, house repairs, making people feel special by sending them notes, phone calls. When we come into these folded positions and open hips, it can help us get into those deeper layers of our thoughts and our emotions. We might want to come out of it because the thoughts start to go crazy. Come back to your slow breath. Your breath is a tool, use it. Gently coming back up. Taking a grounding breath. You can put your fingers back on the ground in Bhu Mudra or heart on your hand and belly or on your feet. Let's do 3 grounding breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Out slow. Second breath in and out. Third breath in and out. Give yourself time to get into your comfortable position to close our practice. You can stay as you are, cross your legs, coming into some kind of a lotus pose, or you can lay on your sofa, your mat, your blankets, your pillows. Taking time, pausing the video if you need to, maybe covering up with a warm blanket. And when you are in your space, again, noticing your body, where it's touching support, where it's not. Noticing each foot, each shin, knee, leg, arms, back, neck, head. And then using your breath in to fill up through the belly, the side ribs, and letting your breath out help you settle into this space. Let your jaw soften. Your eyes smooth and relaxed. Feeling the breath move through your body, nice and slow and smooth. Letting the slow breath also slow the thoughts. Letting your thoughts drift back to what fills your soul, your heart, your mind. We are all able to contribute to this world in our unique and special ways. We have always had the talents and the abilities. Sometimes it's easy and clear to connect, to remember. We just start doing with this innate knowing, and it feels right and good. And other times, stories, expectations, the ego, things of this world get in our way, put extra layers on our hearts and our minds so it's cloudy and hard to see through. See that fire that burns within you. See that light that shines from your heart. Get still and quiet so you can see that light, so that you can release the stories. So you can hear the messages from within, from the universe, from spirit, from whatever belief system suits you. Know that you are enough. Know that you are worthy. And know that we all deserve to share our love and light. Stay here as long as you have. But I'll close this practice with our traditional ending. May we know the truth of our soul's purpose. May we speak the truth. May we feel it. May we continue to share and reflect our love and light. Namaste.